Hey you guys, it is me, Laura, with scrapsoфencouragement.com, and today we get to play with the June paper pumpkin kit. This is, oh, that's the wrong side. Nope, that is. It's the On My Mind kit from Paper Pumpkin. There we go, nice and close. And I'm doing things a little bit differently today. Usually I unbox everything for the first time. Of course, if you guys are with me, joining me, I kind of jumped in there. I'm sorry. Let me know if you're here. Leave a comment. I think I'll be able to see them. But we can chat while we put this together. Normally, when I open a Paper Pumpkin for the first time with you, I am literally opening it for the first time. But I thought this time I would try something a little bit differently. I just got this in the mail like a few minutes ago. So I did go ahead and open it, and I opened up the packaging, and I have all the stuff punched out that we need for the cards just to make it go a little bit quicker. But I haven't done anything else. I haven't really looked at them. I haven't really tried to figure it out yet. I just kind of went through the basics. So let's open her up and see what is inside. Good morning, Wendy. Oh, thank you so much for sharing. It is good to have you with us today. And I'd love to hear what you think about this paper pumpkin kit. So to start with, here on the top, we have this brochure, and it says catalog coordination gives you more. So love this kit, wish you could do even more with it. Stampin Up has you covered with fantastic coordination. Mix and match everything you see here with 3 new suites from the brand new Stampin Up annual catalog. Check out the suites in the new catalog or shop online, and I can give you the link that you can use to go online. But these are some cards made with some elements from the kit as well as some elements from the suite. So this has some of the elements from the kit here. This is a stamp that is exclusive, and then some of the elements from the kit there, and some stamps from the kit here mixed with items that you can get in the catalog. So that's kind of fun. Yes, I know Paper Pumpkin is not in Australia yet, but hopefully soon. I know they got one out there recently, and I think they're talking about doing more in other markets, so I hope that you guys can get it soon. But I will still be sharing my Inspired by Paper Pumpkin later this month to give you ideas of how you can get similar looks with other stuff, so that will be fun. So if this is your first Paper Pumpkin kit, you will receive a block like this that will fit all of the stamps that you will get for all future Paper Pumpkins. But hang on to this because you don't get another one, and this will really this will make it possible for you to stamp. So here's the stamp set we have this time. There's kind of this, are these called mandalas? I think that's what mandala, I think that's right, but I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then there is a seashell, and this says, happy birthday, hello friend. You've been on my mind. Oh, I'm glad you enjoy seeing them. Thank you, Wendy. Thanks for being here with me today too. And this one says, you're the best. What I did this time is I went ahead and stamped them so that you guys could see what all the stamps in the set look like, because it can be hard to see them on the sheet. So these are the ones that came in the kit this time. And then the ink spot is Pretty Peacock. So I'm going to be using my full-size pad today, but you'll get the same thing in the ink spot. And let's open up and see what else we have inside here. So these are the instructions with the cards that we will be making today. So we'll be making this one, this, and this. I'm excited about these. And for those of you who don't know, if you look inside your instructions, there is a ruler on the bottom here. So, yeah, the mandala, I love it. It's going to be really fun to work with. I really like the woven thread suite, which is the one that one coordinates with. So I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. But this has a ruler here at the bottom. So if you don't have a ruler and they ask you to measure something, you're covered. And the other cool thing about this, on the back here, it tells you all the colors that coordinate with your kit. So if you already have some supplies that you're wanting to match with your kit, you can look on the back here and it tells you exactly what matches. And of course it also tells you everything that came in your kit. So that's really fun. Make sure you hang on to that. And you'll notice I've got some stuff pre-punched out here, but we have in this kit a lot of elements. So we have these sailing ships and these beautiful papers here. And then this has one big one and then 2 little ones to punch out here. And the envelopes that come with it, this is enough to make 9 cards. So you've got this envelope. They all coordinate with the different suites, which I'll show you. And then this one on the inside. And this one. And I love when they do the inside of the envelopes because it still gives me some freedom to have fun and decorate the outside. But it also just makes it feel more, I don't know, more fun for the recipient, I feel like. And then we've got these Sprigs, which as you can see I've punched a few out already. And these Sprigs. And then these punch outs, so many punch outs. We've got a big ship that's just like the one, the sailboats on the Come Sail Away suite, and then some clouds, some banners, and a big circle that is stitched. I don't know if the camera is picking that up, but this is stitched around the edge. And then we have our sentiment little, they're not all really strips, but our sentiment pieces. And then last in here we have, oh, nope, not last. We do have glue dots. I'm probably not going to use the glue dots today just because they take longer, but they're totally usable. I might use my roll of glue dots. I might do that because I just don't want to take way too long. Okay, so then there's this background card base. And there's this one. And this one is really fun because it's textured. I'm going to see, can you see the texture there? This has, it's like embossed, which is really fun. So those are our card bases, and that is what comes in our kit, and we are going to put some cards together. So let me set this aside and grab the things that we need. We need our stamp set, our block, our ink pad, and I am just going to start with the one that's right beside me, which is the Woven Threads one here. And this one we're going to start by stamping, and we're going to stamp the sentiment that says "You've been on my mind." Now this coordinates with the Woven Threads, which I went ahead and pulled out, and so you could really easily use Thinking of You would totally fit there, so you could use that instead. I don't think these other ones would fit on there, but I'm going to go ahead and use the one that we're supposed to use for this kit, because that might be all that you have. So we're gonna put that there. Which suite is your favorite, Wendy, that goes with this kit? Do you like the Come Sail Away or the Woven Threads? Or are you partial to the, I think it's, is it Garden Lane? Is that what it's called? I'm curious which one you really like. So this is You've Been on My Mind. It's kind of a toss-up for me between the Come Sail Away and the Woven Threads. I like both of those. Oh goodness, there we go. Okay, so there is You Have Been on My Mind, and this one looks fairly straightforward. Let me make sure I'm popping up the right things. Okay, yeah, so I popped this up. I'm going to use the dimensionals that come here in the kit. Now these are a little bit different than the dimensionals in the catalog. The height is different. So hello Cindy, so nice to have you on here joining us. We're just putting together our paper pumpkin kit, so doing the first card from that kit. And I was just saying that the dimensionals that come in the paper pumpkin kit are a little bit different than the dimensionals that come with Stampin' Up. Their height, they just have a little bit more height to them, so you can't really mix the two super well, but they're both really great. So Come Sail Away, yes, that one is great. Okay, so I'm going to stick this here, try and get it as centered as I can, which you guys know I have a hard time with getting things straight, but you know, you just do your best. Okay, so there's that, and then I am going to take my sentiment and pop that up as well. Yeah, I'm glad that you could catch me live. This is great. It was kind of, we are in the middle of a big family reunion. We have my husband's sister here from Santiago. They just moved to Chile, Santiago, Chile. And then we also have my husband's sister from California here. We live in Tennessee. That's where we are right now. And then his brother lives close by, and we are all here with all of our kids. There are 13 children in all, so it's a little bit crazy, but it's loads of fun, and I am just taking a little time to catch a breather today, and my paper pumpkin happened to come, so the timing was perfect for me to go live. Yeah, woven threads, I really like the style. It is a style that I love, but I'm not super comfortable with creating yet. It's similar to what was in the, to me, it's similar to what was in the Hugs for Shelly kit. And I really had a lot of fun with it, but I'm still, yes, a lot of fun and laughter with 13. There are, the oldest is 15, and his sister is, I think she's 11 now. And then there are all the rest of the 13 range in age from 9 all the way down to just a year. So they are having so much fun. This is the first time that they've all been old enough to just really have a good time together. So they're having a blast, and so it's fun to see them all really enjoying each other too. This year there are still a few that have naps and things, but most of them are between 6 and 9. And so the nap phase is over, and they're just really playing together and having a really good time. So it's a lot of fun. Okay, so that is pretty much the layout for this. And now all I'm going to do is I'm going to get my twine. I'm going to add a bow. So I'll put that there. I feel like I'm getting a little faster at tying bows. I don't know that, oh no, don't know that I'm getting better at it, but I feel like I'm getting faster. There we go. I feel like there's been a lot of twine and bows in Paper Pumpkin lately, but that's fine with me because I really like them. All right. Fuss with this a little bit. All right, now I'm going to grab my ribbon scissors, trim this down, and I am just using, I have my glue dots on a roll, so I'm just using that. This is the same thing that comes in the kit. These are just quicker, so for time's sake today, I'm just going with quicker so that we're not on here forever and ever. I know that it can get, it's hard sometimes watching people make cards in real time, but hopefully our conversation can keep things a little interesting. So there we go. That is card number 1, and it goes with its envelope. Where did the envelope go? Oh no, I had it here. Oh, right here, right in front of me. So this is the envelope it goes with. So that is card number 1. All right, card number 2, we will go to Come Sail Away. This coordinates with the Come Sail Away suite, which I think you guys might have seen some of on my Facebook page and on my, yeah, it turned out good. I love these cards because they turn out looking really nice, but they're just easy. Like they come together so easily, which makes them really great for just about anyone. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of set this out so that I see what I'm doing here because I don't want to mess it up. Okay, so, oh wait, was I supposed to, oh yeah, I forgot something on this card. You guys, I always forget bling. I know some people love their rhinestones and their sequins and all of that, but I just forget it so much of the time. I'm really bad about it. So these sequins came in the kit, which I totally forgot to show you even. See, I'm just not good with bling, but these go on the card. So I'm gonna put, oh, if I don't fling them across the desk, I'm gonna put one, I'm gonna put them right where they put them. So one there, and I don't see the third one, but I know these things always go on in 30s. So I might just have to get creative with my third spot. I like to make a visual triangle when I put things on, when I remember to put them on. So I'm gonna do that here. Just stick it right up there. There we go. Now it's done. Yeah, I hope your kit comes today too. I was worried that mine wouldn't. I was really hoping it would come today because I was not sure I would have time to do it any other day because there's so much going on with the family. And the mail came very late today, and I was thinking, well, maybe it's just not coming. Maybe I'm gonna have to wait. But it came, and I'm so happy. Okay, so this goes here, flat down. And then I'm gonna put my ship I might have put that up too high. I think it'll be okay. Okay, so I'm gonna take these pieces out. I'm gonna go ahead and put my little, yes, I agree. I think that the sequins and the rhinestones and the jewels and all those things, they do look so good on a card. I just forget them. Like, I don't know. I guess it's because the card doesn't have to have it, but I think it really does add a lot to the card. Okay, I was supposed to put this under, so I'm just kind of gonna pop this up a little bit and stick it under that way. There we go. And then this one will go here. I have a tendency to overlook the embellishments too when I'm ordering, because they just don't seem as fun and exciting as a stamp set or designer series paper, but they really do make a big difference on projects, I think. I think they really can just, I don't know, they add that extra, they make them feel finished, I think. I think that's kind of the best way to describe it. Make them feel finished. Okay, so here's my ship. And I am not positioning this exactly the way they did, just because I want to do it a little different, and I can. Okay, so this came with these really, I've never seen anything quite like this before. Okay, so they're like dimensionals. Let's see if I can get it off. Okay, so they've got, they're like dimensionals, but they're circle shaped for the anchors. And there's this circle in the middle that you can totally keep and all the stuff around and use that as a dimensional as well. But this fits right around the edge here to pop this up, which is kind of fun. You could use this for a little mini shaker element too, I suppose. If you wanted, you could put some, yeah, that would be fun to put some sequins or something in there to make a little fun shaker element. Okay, so that's gonna go here. And then we have this blue strip that we're doing. And we have this sentiment strip. So they used the happy birthday sentiment on here. So it'd make a great masculine birthday card. Could be feminine too, but one that the guys would like. Yeah, the foam circle is really cool. When I first opened the kit, I was like, what is that? What is that for? But then I realized, oh, that wheel is popped up and that fits perfectly. So I think that's what it's for. So, okay, so we're gonna put this right in there. Happy birthday. Right, I'm gonna wash that off. And then I think it's just a matter of popping the rest of this together. So we're gonna put this here down. It's kind of a shame that it covers up the ship. Maybe I would position that a little bit differently. I might actually put this down a little bit. I'm gonna do it a little different. Going crazy. I don't usually, I like to stick to it pretty closely when I'm doing this, but every once in a while I'll change it up just ever so slightly, which is what we're doing here. So, okay, now I'm going to grab my other dimensionals. Just stick a few. These are mini dimensionals, I think. But they do have that extra lift of the paper pumpkin dimensionals. All right. And I like how easy it is to get the backs off of these. Before I was a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I tried. Yeah, I like the boat showing too. I think it's a little bit better that way. Let's see how much of it we can get showing here. Still kind of covers it, but we'll just leave it like that for now. You can still see a little bit of it there. But I know they have it covered more here in the picture. So maybe we could like move that over and down and play with it. Let the ship be free. But before I was a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I had some other, I don't know what to call them. Of course, we call them dimensionals, but like, we'll just say dimension adhesive. I don't know what to call it. I don't know what they call, I don't remember what it was called with the other stuff I tried, but I would always struggle with getting the backs off. But I love how that's just not really been a problem for me with the dimensionals, which is really nice. Okay, so here's my bow. And they left the tails long, so I will leave the tails long, but I will at least make them the same length. So there we go. Then I'm grabbing my glue dots. Put that here. Stick it right back behind that corner. There we go. There is that one. I probably should have put that down before my sentiment. So note to self, put the bow on first and then put your sentiment on. Yeah, pop-ups. That's a good thing to call them. Yeah. So I just like how easy it is to get the backs off. Okay, I said this was done, but look at me, forgetting my bling again. Okay, so these are going to be, they used both colors here, so we're going to do that too. So we're going to put the lighter, actually I'm just going to do all the lighter color because, I don't know, I kind of like that better here. So that's the great thing. I think when people get kits or have directions or whatever and there's something they like better, I find a lot of times people have a hard time veering from it. But totally, like, that's part of the fun of creativity. Bows are hard. I have such chubby little fingers. Like, I feel like my fingers, like, they even feel kind of tight. And so I struggle. But I feel like I'm doing better. The more I do it, the easier it gets. Okay, so here's card number 2. And then this is the envelope that goes with it. So that's really fun. And I think what I might do is get my Come Sail Away and stamp a ship on the outside of the envelope too. So that'd be fun. So there's the first 2. And now we're gonna do the last one, which again, this card base has an embossed texture to it, which is really fun. And I kind of like, this is not like, this is, let's see, the paper itself has more texture to it than typical paper, I would say. It feels a little bit more earthy, which is, I guess, kind of goes with this. So we're gonna start by putting this piece down here. I make it look easy. It is kind of easy. It's when you follow the directions, they have things so cut out for you and so set up that it really is just a matter of adhering it all together. And so that makes it really, really nice. So we're gonna put that there. And see, the problem I have though, like I've said before, is I struggle with getting things straight. But the cool thing about this background is there are dots and they are straight. And so I can just line it up with those dots. So that helps me out some. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and stamp the sentiment here. And this one is You're the Best. I'm getting all my stamps stuck together over here. Okay, there we go. I'm a very messy crafter, so it's hard for me when I make videos or do live. Like, I have this tiny little space that is on camera that's somewhat clean, and then the rest of my desk looks like a bomb hit. I don't know, are you guys good at keeping your craft area clean, or is it pretty messy too? Mine is always crazy messy. So my son comes down here all the time, Mommy, your desk is so messy. And I do clean it up between projects, but when I'm in the middle of something, man, it just gets crazy. All right, so this is You're the Best. Let's see, yeah, I don't think any sentiments from the coordinating stamp will fit. So we're gonna put this, and if you have a stamp that's too long for your block, a lot of times if you stick it diagonally, it will fit. So that is a tip to kind of get a little bit more out of your very messy. Yes, I try and clean between sessions too. That's right. Yes, very messy. So it sounds like we're all in the same camp here with messy stamping. It's just hard, you know, you get in the groove, and putting things away can slow down the thought process, and then you lose it, and it's just, I guess, part of the way of it. Okay, so this is gonna go on here like this, but I'm trying to see the way that they tied that. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we are going to stick this down and stick these guys down, and then tie a ribbon around, or tie some string around there and put that down with dimensionals. So let's do this. Okay, so this is just a little bit crooked, so we're gonna make it just a little bit crooked. I can do just a little bit crooked. I got that. That's no problem. I know some people really struggle with things that aren't exactly straight when they look a little wonky, but I kind of like that look, and it's nice because it's pretty easy for me to do. I don't feel like I have to. Okay, what I am gonna do here is when I glue these down, I am really just gonna glue the tip down, and I'm kind of gonna make them all coming from a central point, but if I keep them on this green strip, I can be pretty sure that they're gonna be behind here. So it's gonna go like that. So I want to try and keep these tips where they're gonna be hidden. So I'm just gonna put a little bit here. It's gonna curve around there. And this one will poke out a little more. And I'm not worried if I put a little extra glue on here, because like I said, that other strip is going to go on top of it, so you won't even know. So see, my glue is a little messy here, and I'm not even worried about that right now. It's totally going to be fine with this card. Alright, so I'm going to get a little bit more here. If I was worried, I probably would actually use snail for this and not the glue for this particular thing. Okay, stick this under the sleeve there. Alright, and now I am going to tie some twine around the top here. Now I should have stamped this down a little bit because I wasn't thinking about tying the twine, but I think it'll still be just fine. Okay. And if you are concerned about things, about having exactly the right amount, it does tell you in the instructions how much to cut, and you can use that ruler on the bottom here to make sure you're cutting the right amount. But I just don't worry about it. I find that there's usually plenty in the kit, and yeah, I just don't worry about it much. But if that does matter to you and you want to make sure that you have get as much mileage from it as possible, definitely feel free to do that. Okay, so I'm going to tie this around here. All right. Then I'm actually going to go ahead and tie a knot so that I can make sure it's tight, and then I can get the bow just where I want it. Because I find that if I just go straight into a bow, for me, it ends up being too loose, and I struggle with it. But this way I can get it a little tighter around there and then make my bow. Alright, and then make those loops a little smaller. And it's got these hanging long again. I should make them at least the same length. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to take some more of the dimensionals. I'm kind of going to, I think, just run them down on opposite sides to give it as much support. I like to probably use more dimensionals than I should, but I figure when I run things through the mail, they're going to get squashed a little bit. So I kind of want to give them as much support as I can to help them from just being all flat by the time they arrive. So I really need to make myself a bunch of cards one time and send them in the mail to me with various embellishments and various things on them, and see what kind of condition they come in. That way I know what's happening when I'm sending my cards out and can better prepare for what they're going to look like when they get to the person they're sent to. I really need to do that. but it seems so sad to do. I don't. Maybe that's a good thing to do with cards that I accidentally mess up. Ooh, that's a good idea. Then they're not completely lost. They can serve a purpose of bettering for future cards that go in the mail. Okay, so I'm going to put that on just a little crooked there. There we go. That. Oh, nope, my bling. Can't forget the bling. I almost forgot the bling again. These are really pretty sequins, by the way. They're pretty peacock, and I'm pretty sure this is Pool Party right here. Might be Balmy Blue, but I think it's Pool Party. Those two I have a hard time telling unless they're right beside each other what's what. Okay, so they've got one here, and one here. Oh, it's on my finger. There we go. And I don't see the third one, but I'm gonna put a third one because I just can't help myself. Okay, so we're gonna put the third one right here. All right, so there we go. That is card number 3. And the envelope that goes with this is this one right here. So this kit comes with 3 each of these cards, and again comes with the stamp set here. And I don't know if you guys want to see any of the coordinating stuff. I'm happy to show that to you. Go ahead and just let me know while I say a couple more things here real quick, and I can show you any of the paper or the stamp sets or anything that coordinates with what comes in this kit. But I do have one extra paper pumpkin kit, so if you missed out and you would like that shipped to you here in the US, I can do that. Happy to get that to you. Just shoot me a PM and I can give you all the details for that. What other sets go with this? Okay, that's a great question. So the other sets that come with this, I have them marked, and like I said, I can show you stuff up close, even more closely. So I'll show you by card. So this card right here, you're the best. This card coordinates with the Garden Lane suite. So this is the Garden Lane suite. Here are the cards here. You can see how the paper and the style really match this. And here, this comes with the stamp set, which I'll just show you the stamp set here because I think it'll be easier here. So the Verdant Garden stamp set, and it has these background patterns and designs, and I think these will fit inside of these, so you can have 2 different colors here. And then it's got some of these fun elements, and it says, "Here's to a wonderful couple and all the happiness you'll share together," and it's got love there. And this also comes with the designer series paper here. And I do have this if you want to see it up close. Okay, so here's this, and someone says you do want to see it. Okay, so let me grab that real quick. Got it right here. So this is, and I have my camera zoomed really close, so I don't know how to zoom it out, but you can just see the pattern really well. You won't see the whole paper, but there's the pattern on that one, I think. And this is the other side here. And then this one. These are lots of greens, and at first when I saw this, I was a little unsure because there's so much green. But the cool thing about it being a lot of greens is that it goes really well with other colors. So this goes really well with pinks, this goes really well with yellows, you can use it with blues, with greens, with oranges. So I feel like it really kind of opens up the options of what you can do with it. So here's the side, and then here's this side. And then that one we saw already. I think we saw that one already, yes. And then there's this one. Here's the back side of this one. So this is just a really good paper that you can, that's super versatile. Oh, we missed one more. So there's this one. And I find that there are some bold patterns here, but they're more subtle than some of the other designer series paper. And so I think I actually, like I said, I was unsure about it, but now that I have it, I really have a lot of ideas of what I can do. And I like that it goes with so many things. So there's that one. And then the next suite that we have is the Come Sail Away suite. And here, let me move this out of the way and I'll open it up again. But this is the card that we had from the set, and you can see here this paper matches some of the designer series paper. Yeah, I do actually like that paper too. Like I said, I wasn't sure about it, but now that it's here, I do really like it. Okay, so this is the Come Sail Away suite. There's more to this suite. The other suite was really kind of a minimal suite, but this comes with the Sailing Home stamp set. It says, "You are my true north, set sail in the directions of your dreams, let hope be your anchor through the storms of life. Congrats." Those are the sentiments you have here, and they're the same style as the happy birthday sentiment that came in the paper pumpkin. And then it's got these 2 different size ships and some birds and lighthouses, and yeah, the sailboat for the envelope right here. I think that would just make it really nice. You could even use the anchor or the lighthouse, but I think the sailboat on the envelope would be really fun. So that's that, and then it also comes, there's also a coordinating die set, which I have right here. And this cuts out all of the pieces of the stamp set, and then you've got some extra rope that's textured, as well as like some sea greenery. And there's a compass. There's this little needle for the compass that you can actually make move, which is kind of fun. And a couple pieces that cut out sentiments here, which is like a stitched shape there, and then there's this banner die here. And then also with this suite, there is a 3D, or not a 3D, but an embossing folder. And can you see that with my hand under there? I don't know if you can see that really well. Maybe this is not a dark color, but it might be better than nothing. I think you can see that better. But yeah, it embosses waves, and so that's kind of fun. And then there is a Memories and More card pack, which I happen to have. So this has some stickers that go with it, and all sorts of the small and the big Memories and More. So you can use this for memory keeping, or you can use this to make cards. You can get the Memories and More card pack, and this will fit right on the front of those card bases, and that's really fun. So you've got a lot of designs there, and even some fun intricately cut ones. And this also has, this suite is big. It has these guys, which I've almost used all of mine up. Yeah, the embossing folder is nice. I haven't gotten to play with it yet, but it has these little trinkets that are anchors and the wheels there. And then for the designer series paper, which I will show you what I have to tell you, I have used mine heavily. So I mostly have pieces left. I haven't gotten more, but I can just show you kind of a few of them. And this one's got kind of your navigation equipment, and then the nice blue plaid on the back. And this is a map. This is very similar to what the envelope is right here. It's just a different color, so that's kind of fun. And then there's this kind of it's like black and white coral almost pattern, and then this on the other side, and then some lighthouses with this. And it's just really nice paper, but like I said, I've mostly used mine up, so not as much left. And then oh wait, here's a little bit more that I didn't see. No, you saw that one. Yeah, you saw those. Okay, so that is this suite. Oh, and it also comes with, I almost forgot, this is a big suite, like I said. There's also this twine that matches. It is very vanilla, I believe, and navy, Night of Navy, and it's like a medium. It's not as thick as the thick baker's twine, but it's definitely thicker than like the Whisper White regular baker's twine. So there's that. So that's that one. And then the last one is the woven threads one. So that coordinates with this card here. So if you really like this look, and that one, yes, the Seashell, I believe this goes more with the Come Sail Away suite. It would definitely coordinate with that. And I think the mandala would really actually go with the Garden Lane that we saw, or it could go with the woven threads. I would tend to believe it goes with the woven threads, which is what we're about to look at. And this font here definitely goes with the woven threads. So if we look here, that is right here. So the woven threads one, they also have these heirloom frame dies. Now I don't have these, but there's the dies that cut them out, and then an embossing folder that goes with them to add the details onto those frames, which is really fun. And that can be really good too if you do a lot of memory keeping, especially if you do, oh, you know what? I just realized something. There's these cute little elements that came in the paper pumpkin kit, and I didn't use them, so I missed where they go. They go on one of these cards, and I don't know which one. I don't see them. So, oh, now I see them. Ah, they go on this card. Okay, so we'll put that on. Sorry, I saw a squirrel. But yeah, so those frames are really nice for just a lot of different things like that that you could use. But I don't have those, so I can't show you those exactly. But I do have, I think, most everything else from the suite. This is hard to do after the fact. Okay, so that goes on there, you guys. I can pull that out. There. There. Now that's complete. So that's what that's for. So there's those frames, and then this is the stamp set that goes with it. I'm showing you a few of the other projects that people have made. They've made with it, but this is the stamp set. It's called Woven Heirlooms, and you can see how that font really matches the font with the paper pumpkin stamp. So it's got these textured pieces, which are really nice for adding a lot to your card. Now my favorite thing from this stamp set is this sentiment right here. It says, "Prayers and heartfelt sympathy are with you and your family." I feel like I've had to make way too many sympathy cards lately, but I really love this sentiment. And this says, "Thinking of you, wishing you a day of love and joy. Thank you so much. I love you." And then it's got these other two little elements. So this is really good for just really adding a lot of texture to your cards. So I think that's really awesome. So for the paper that goes with this one, I do have that here. This paper is beautiful. I love it. Okay, so we've got this pattern, and on the back of it is, oh, here, I'll just flip this one so you can see them both together. So this is one side and this is the other side, and this is just a basic texture. So these again are really good for a lot of cards because they're just a lot of texture, and so there's a lot of room to play with what you do with them. And I believe that this suite, these cards, this paper has all of the new in colors in it, so any of the in colors will go really well with it. So this one, thank you for coming and being with me today. I'm so glad to have you guys. It's so much more fun to do this when we can talk and interact, and it's nice to be able to answer your questions and all of that in real time too. So it's really fun. Thank you so much for coming and being a part, Cindy. Okay, so this one, I love this one. This has the purple posy. Is that, I think that's what it's called, yeah. And this is the back side. And then the pretty peacock with, there's the mandala that we saw. Look, guys, it's the same. Oh, I need to hold it up higher. There you go. Yeah, it's the same. This one's a little bit smaller, but it's the same. So definitely carries over into that. And if you guys are interested, if you're in the US and you are interested in paper pumpkin, I will leave a link in the description when I'm done here that you can definitely follow. It's going to take you to my website that tells you a little bit more about paper pumpkin, and it might answer some questions that you have. And then if you'd like to order, if you sign up for 3 months or more at a time, I have a couple free gifts that you can pick from there on my website. So I would love to have you be a part of the paper pumpkin family, and just to join my Stampin' Up family in general, to be a part of things. I know card making has been a blessing to me, and I hope that it can be for you too, and for the people that you make cards for. It doesn't seem like, a card seems like something so small, but especially when we put so much love into it, it can mean so much to someone to open the mailbox, not only to get something that's not mail, but to get something handmade and a handwritten note. It can really mean a whole lot to someone. So that is all that I have for you today. Again, these are the 3 cards that we made. Oh, I've got a third one here somewhere. Yes, here we go. These are the 3 cards that we made with our paper pumpkin kit for June. And for next month, we will have something special. I meant to print out a picture, but I forgot to tell you. Next month, they will be sending out a kit with little festive fall bags. So think fall treats to share with each other. I think they'd be perfect to put your favorite fall scented candle in and give as a gift to someone. And there will be an add-on if you'd prefer to have cards. For $10 you can get the card add-on. And later this month I will be showing you alternative projects that you can make using the supplies that came in this kit, as well as ways that you can make cards similar to this if you missed out on the kit. And I do have an additional kit if you did miss it and you want it. Just shoot me a PM and I can do my best to get it to you. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful day and that you find joy in creating as you spread kindness and encouragement with your scraps of paper. I'll talk to you later. Bye.